At some point, almost everyone has this experience. You find a productivity system that finally seems to work. You feel organised, clear, in control. You start using it, and for a while, it actually helps. You're getting things done. You feel like you've cracked it. And then something shifts. You stop using it, or it starts to feel heavy, or it just stops working, and you're back where you started. If that's happened to you, this isn't random, and it's not because you lack discipline. It's because most productivity systems are built on the wrong foundation. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, I will show you what you should be doing to drive your productivity forward. Most systems are designed around planning, tracking, organising, optimising, and those things can be useful, but they all assume one thing, that you'll be able to consistently engage with the system, and that's the part that breaks. Because productivity isn't actually about systems, it's about your state when you try to use them. Think about this. A system works when you feel clear, when you feel capable, when you feel able to start. But what about when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel pressured, when you feel uncertain, when you're low on energy? That same system suddenly feels harder to use, doesn't it? Not helpful, but heavy. This is something I went through for years. I tried everything, different planners, different apps, different systems. And every time I thought, this is the one. And every time it worked until it didn't. And I kept coming back to the same conclusion. I just need to stick to it better. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was I was trying to apply a fixed system to a constantly changing internal state. And no system survives that mismatch. Let's make this really clear. Most systems fail for three main reasons. One, they assume consistency. They assume you'll show up the same way every day. Same energy, same clarity, same capacity. But that's not how people work. Two, they increase pressure. When you fall behind or don't follow the system perfectly, it starts to feel like you're failing the system. And now there's pressure, which makes it harder to re-engage. Three, they don't adapt. The system stays the same, but your situation changes. And instead of adjusting the system, you blame yourself. If consistency has been the thing that keeps breaking for you, that video in the pop-up banner up here and in the description below explains why. So if systems don't work, what does? You don't need a better system. You need a way to adjust your approach based on your state. And this is exactly what led me to build the Momentum Reset method, because I realized the problem wasn't planning. It was that I didn't have a way to respond to overwhelm, to respond to pressure, to uncertainty, to respond to low energy. So instead of trying to stick to a rigid system, the method gives you a way to adjust in real time, to lower the resistance and keep things moving. If you want to get deeper into that, I've linked it below in the description. Let's make this practical. Instead of asking, what system should I follow? Instead ask, what state am I in right now? If you're overwhelmed, a system will tell you to organize everything. But what you actually need is to shrink the task, to reduce the scope, to make it startable. If you're under pressure, a system will tell you to prioritize. But your brain is already overloaded. So what you need is to lower the stakes, to remove the meaning, to make it safe again. If you're uncertain, a system might give you a list, but lists don't create clarity. You need a defined next step, something you can actually act on. If your energy is low, a system will tell you to push on through, but your brain is trying to conserve. So you either reduce the task or rest intentionally. So instead of one system, you need a way to adjust. Productivity is not about following a plan, it's about staying in motion despite changing conditions. And this is where most people get stuck, because they think, I need to find the right system, when what they actually need is a way to keep going when the system stops working. So here's a simple way to think about it. Instead of plan, execute, repeat, you move to notice, adjust, continue. Notice what's actually making this hard. Adjust, change the task, not yourself. Continue, keep the loop going, even if it's small. This is the shift that changed an awful lot for me. I stopped trying to be someone who follows systems perfectly and started becoming someone who can keep moving no matter what state I'm in. So if every system you've tried has eventually failed, it doesn't mean you're the problem. It means the system wasn't built for how your brain actually works. If this clicked for you, watch this next. Why you can't stay consistent, it's not motivation. And if you want to explore this more deeply, check out the playlist Why You Procrastinate Even When You Care. And if you want a structured way to apply all of this, the Momentum Reset method is linked in the description. And if you want more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome, because this channel is about helping you work with your brain, not against it.